Morning, everyone. So I coach this fifth grade team with some other dads, and it's been a team that's been together since like second grade, and they're fifth grade now. So we had practice last night. We practice twice a week, and we'll have a couple local games on the weekend. And one of the things that I'm really working hard on with the kids is not being afraid to fail, okay, knowing that that's part of the learning process. And they're getting a little bit better, but the reason they're struggling is because everything they've been told when they're younger, if you don't win, if you're not successful, and they put successful towards winning or perfection or doing it right immediately, maybe it's by their parents, maybe it's by another coach or by their peers, or the pressure they put on themselves. So we're practicing last night and every other night, and I always try to design drills that force them to do some things to their left. And I try to do it without telling them that all the time. Sometimes I will, but I want them to go to their left. Every player on our team is a righty. Okay? They don't like to go to their left because it's uncomfortable, because they're usually not successful, meaning they didn't make the basket. But in my mind, a lot of them are successful because they went to the left, they used the right technique, maybe it just didn't go in. Doesn't matter to them. Immediately, they feel bad because it didn't go in. So what I'm trying to constantly work on them with is the attempt, the effort, the challenge that they went through is when I clap. When they make the basket, sometimes, especially if it's not done correctly, I don't even respond. Okay, I won't even respond to it. I'll just kind of just say, let them go. But if they go in and they miss it, but they went correctly, then I'll say, awesome job. That's the way to lift the left knee with the left arm. That's the way to get the ball high on the backboard to give it a chance. That's the way to get your eyes up early. So I'm trying to get them to understand success is doing the thing with effort, with trying in the attempt, and they don't like that yet. So it's breaking the history of being told if you don't win, you were not successful. Constantly, even when we're playing the games, and if we've won a game but played poorly, that's what I focused on. I said we didn't execute well, we were selfish, we didn't do this. Yeah, we won because we were just a better team, but we didn't do what we should have. So in your life, what are you afraid of? Why are you not doing it? And who is in your back of your mind telling you you're not successful unless you win? Let those people go. Hey, if you have to be able to pick something up, you need to be able to have the ability to lift from the ground, or maybe lift from thigh level or from knee level. We call this a deadlift in strength and conditioning. So maybe I have a bar, and the bar or whatever I'm picking up is really high. Now, if it's this high, I can take advantage on leaving this bar close to me to be successful, and I don't even really have to hinge. Most people are going to say, no, you always hinge. Well, if I'm here, when I had back pain, this hurts me. This doesn't. So that's why I'm so big at making sure we have really good, strong quads to be able to help us decelerate, but also be able to lift. So I might take this weight, get vertical, and lift. Just like I would be if I'm doing an Olympic lift and I'm exploding up. Right? Use that. If I go a little deeper, I might do the same thing. But now eventually, if we are healthy and our back doesn't hurt, but we're just not real strong, and we're a little bit fearful of picking things up, maybe I use like the ultimate sandbag, something like this, got all these cool grips. Maybe I want to deadlift this down and back up. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to get nice and tight. I don't want to get loose and sloppy. I'm just going to slide my hips back until my hands get to my knees. Once I get to my knees, now I can squat. Now I can use my legs and my hips together. I'll do the same thing. I'll come up, and then I can get it close to me where it's good leverage. It feels good right here, okay? I'll drop down, and then I'll sit. I'll come up, and then I'll pull forward, right? Now maybe I have a kettlebell, and I want to do the same thing. Now I'm a little bit deeper with this, so I might get it right under my feet, underneath my pelvis, and I might sit back a little bit and then drop down, pick it up, and then push forward to get my hips involved. I don't know, you gotta try it, because again, if you have a bad back, you're sore, you're sensitive, you might work on a strategy where you go this way as much as you can. Maybe you go down, like this is a strategy I used to use. I'll go down as far as I can, then I'll step back, and I'll finish it this way to get something to the floor. Or I would come up to it, and I would lunge down, I'd pick it up, keep it close to my body, and I'd stand up like this. It's about being successful. Successful sometimes for me is not being in pain, making sure I'm feeling good, and making sure I'm doing it as anatomically and biomechanically proficient as possible so I don't hurt myself. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you tomorrow.